Well, I think it's time to get this underway. What's going on, everybody in the chat? Welcome to the PRA Wreckfest end of the season banquet, the first of its kind. What's up, Wired?
Not too much, B-Dog. How you doing tonight?
I'm just vibing, just chilling, ready to get some awards and commemorate some of the champions and honor some of the champions. I feel like this is a fun way to do so. What's up, Bumskag? I see you in the comments. D-Highs, Teague, Oscar. How's it going? All right, so I'm going to give you the rundown of what we're going to do here. So we're going to be talking about Season 13. We're going to be talking about the PRA Championship. Then we're going to officially induct Luke Man 96 into the PRA Hall of Fame. And then we have 6 categories that were nominated. Drivers were nominated by their peers, and then the nominations were voted upon once again by their peers. So we have Mr. Sportsmanship, Most Improved Driver, Shocker Driver, Favorite Commentator, Favorite Driver, and Best Overall Driver. So those are the 6 superlatives up for grabs tonight. Wired, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. It's been a great season 13 of Wreckfest here in PRA. You know, lots of great talent coming up, and it's good to have another one in the books.
Yeah, I know we're starting to transition to off season. I feel like the off season just picks up even more with the race officials. I mean, is there ever really an off season? It seems like. But speaking of season 13, you said it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. As you can see up on the screen right now, we have the PRA Wreckfest Season 13 champions. Wired, out of the 4 drivers you see, who is the biggest surprise?
Man, you know, going into the season, for me personally, I think Dees Kurds was the biggest surprise. You know, he just joined this season, so I didn't really know much about him, and you know, he came through and had a pretty dominant season, especially towards the end of that Bronze Series.
Yeah, you know, all these champions right here, very deserving. I mean, Colt Chevy, he dominated the Silver Series. He's going to be going up in the Gold Series. W and Azuri's, their battle came down to the end. Oscar was solid all year in the Open Series, and you know, Dees Kurds, he just took care of business. I'm excited because I mean, we're popping into the Class C next season for season 14, and we're getting rid of the Open Series, and the Open Series will now converge with the Bronze Series. So now there will be one big Bronze Series besides 2 smaller series, and everybody will have the chance to qualify for Bronze. And if you don't make the top 13, you go into a B lobby, which would be the Open Series, the off-stream race, where you'll still get points. The only difference is now the Open Series guys will have a chance, if they're really good at a track, to make a Bronze Series start on the stream. So, I mean, Silver Series was awesome. What was your biggest takeaway from this past season, Ward?
Man, you know, it was really a great season, my first season in gold, and you know, I didn't really realize just how quick our gold guys were. Um, you know, I was in silver last season and didn't really get the chance to race up with the top dogs, and my biggest takeaway was definitely how quick and consistent those guys can be.
Yeah, the Gold Series is a different specimen. I mean, the guys, they sit there practice so much, and then you have to be on top of your game. And if you're not on top of your game, it shows. But I mean, season 13's in the book. 4 very deserving champions. Love it for all of them. I know some of the guys that finished second and third, they are looking for season 14 to go ahead and start. But I mean, we already had our first off-season event last weekend, so I mean, we really didn't take too much time off, and I want to talk about that a little bit. We had the PRA Championship that happened right after, like 2 days after the season finale. So I mean, you see who the podium up there. We got W first, AYDY second, and Ty Hard third. What was your biggest takeaway from the PRA Championship, Ward?
I mean, that was a very very fun event to be a part of, both helping you outrun it and racing it. You know, I figured W would have a pretty good shot at winning it. W is a very 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 dominant racer in PRA. But AYDY and Ty Hard really performed great. I mean, that championship race was stacked full with super super fast guys, and they ran their race clean. They ran it smart, and were able to pull away with that second and third place.
Yeah, and I feel like that race was the tale of two halves. I feel like we had that one caution right in the middle or towards the second half of the race, and I feel like it just from the pre-caution to the post-caution, it was two different races. I mean, Frylock and W got into it, and I think that might have shook up Frylock a little bit, or W a little bit. And when we went back green flag racing, he could not get away from AYDY. Just could not do it.
Yeah, for sure. He was definitely on an island of his own there before the caution. He was gone. I heard plenty of times the guys in second, third saying, "Slow down, you're 10 seconds in front of us." But as you said, after that caution and after him and Frylock unfortunately got into it a bit, the field was a lot tighter from that point forward.
Most definitely. So, I mean, we had a pretty good turnout. 3 days of grueling action. I mean, it was very fun to see who guys performed on which days and have all the statistics and see the trends and everything like that. We will be having another one. It will be on the weekday, and we will expect a bigger turnout. Guys, if you're watching, everybody who has earned a prize in the top 12 or in season 13, those will be sent out the week of August 15th when I come back from my 3-week business trip. So August 15th is that Monday, and then I will work on getting all of that stuff out to you guys on August 15th. Alrighty, moving on. We have a very special announcement. We are officially inducting Lukeman96 into the PRA Hall of Fame. Not just the PRA Wreckfest Hall of Fame, the PRA Hall of Fame. Lukeman96. We talked to him on the episode 1 of the podcast about some of the PRA stuff. We're going to be kicking back off that podcast shortly. We're looking at some stuff to try to get it on Spotify and not just on YouTube. So we'll look more into that. You heard Luke Man come on the podcast in episode 1 and talk about like the history of PRA. I want to have him back on and really deep dive into the history of PRA and just talk about the good times. Well, all the times are good, but just talk about the all times. So Luke Man, he has been extremely dominant in PRA, and he has had multiple wins, multiple victories, poles, laps led. Like, he ranks first in all of them. So that's the person that you guys just now joining in have to chase down. It's Luke Man 96. So congratulations, Luke Man, on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And we look forward to seeing you out on the track in multiple different series other than Wreckfest. So we got that taken care of. As I muted my mic on accident. And now it is time to talk about our 6 superlatives. We have Mr. Sportsmanship, Most Improved, Shocker Driver of the Season, Favorite Commentator, Favorite Driver, and Best Overall Driver. Alrighty, Wired. Time for you to jump in here.
All right, so we're going to be starting off with Mr. Sportsmanship, and I can't think of a more deserving guy to win this. He's been in all of our chats, hyping up all the guys every time he gets the chance, even in race. He's always that guy that's, trying to keep things calm and make sure spirits are lifted between everybody. And that person's Mr. Oscar. Oscar's 4th. He's been with us for the past couple seasons, and he definitely deserves this award.
Yeah, I mean, here's a guy that helps PRA more than what he knows. Being in there, welcoming people to the chat, making the drivers feel welcome, because the league is nothing without drivers. And when you have a guy like Oscar, as soon as a driver joins the Discord, making him feel welcomed in, I mean, it makes a whole difference. It makes the drivers want to stay. And Oscar has not been shy when it comes to voicing his opinion. He has voiced his opinion to me on some displeasurement or some stuff that he wants to keep on seeing. And so having a guy like Oscar in PRA is vital to PRA's success, not just in Wreckfest, but in overall the whole entire league.
Yeah, he's always been there and helping everybody out every place he can get. So he's the most deserving person for this award. I fully believe that.
Alrighty. So we have next is the most improved driver. Now, there was a lot of people that we could look on when it comes to most improved, but we're looking at somebody who made a leap between series, between seasons, and when you think of a most improved driver, what does come to your mind, Wired?
Man, anything from, fastest laps to where you start and finish in a race, and honestly how you compete with upper series. I mean, for me personally, I used to be a bronze guy, and once I started to get to show my stripes in silver series and then eventually into gold, I felt that improvement for myself as well.
Yeah, and this guy, he was new to PRA coming in, really didn't have much PRA experience at all, but seeing him transition from race number 1 to the end of the season and seeing the consistency and overall basically just the domination is the reason why I think he was even nominated for most improved to begin with. Now we have to remember these guys were nominated by their peers, so some of the guys that they see running around the track with them, I mean, they're like, all right, well, this guy really has shown what it takes to become the most improved driver, because, weeks 1 and 2, they're probably racing around them mid pack. And then towards the end of the season, we see that driver winning races. And without further ado, it is time to name the most improved driver. And for season 13, that's going to be Dees Kurtz. Like I said, we described him to a T. Beginning of the season, podium guy, mid-pack type of guy for the first 2 weeks. I feel like maybe around that all-star break is when he really started figuring this stuff out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you saw, as you said, beginning of the season, mid pack, maybe snagging a podium here and there. To at the end of the season, he won a silver race and ended up joining us in gold and ran really well with us in gold as well. So I definitely think he's improved quite a lot this season.
Yes, most definitely. So congratulations to Dees Kurtz on the most improved driver. Let's see what we have next. Do you want to take this away?
Sure, why not? So up next, we have the Shocker driver for season 13 in PRA. This is a guy who, joined late last season, and we didn't really know much about him going into this season. I'm not too sure if he was able to make the preseason playlist, which may have, you know, changed our mindset on some things, but he ended up dominating week number 1.
Yeah, and he and that success carried on more. So without further ado, the driver that has been crowned the Shocker Driver of the Year is Carbon Falcon. Like you said, he swept week 1 in the Open Series, swept week 2 in the Bronze Series, and then came out and absolutely put on a clinic in the Silver Series at Drytown. And him
Yeah,
and Millsy battled out at Drytown in week number 2. So I mean, we had this guy dominate Open Series, dominate the Bronze, and then showed that he could hang with the Silver Series drivers.
yeah. I mean, even in week 1, he put up really good showings in that Silver Series. That must have been a lot of racing for him that week. I mean, 4 races on the Monday night, and then 2 more on the Wednesday night, and he really proved that he belonged to be in that upper series right off the get go.
Most definitely. Alrighty, guys. The next award that we are going to be bringing up is something that me and Wired hold near and dear to our heart, and we're kind of disappointed that we did not have that chance to win. It is the favorite commentator. So as we get the winner for the favorite commentator of season 13, let's see if we can get him in. We are ringing him in. So you guys will figure out who it is if you can know that voice when he comes into the chat. How's it going?
How's it going, guys?
Oh, now everybody in the chat, you heard that voice. You know who that voice is. Well, we have a special announcement for you, AYDY.
What's that?
You have been voted amongst the drivers in PRA as the Season 13's most favorite commentator.
Thank you guys so much.
And
Yeah, this is one. I'm sorry to cut you off, B-Dog.
no, head of media, take it away.
This is one that I definitely think is deserved. I mean, you came in, you asked me if you could help out in the commentary, and you were one of the guys that kept hounding us, me and B-Dog, I know, saying that you want to get in, you want your shot, and I gave it to you, and I think it was maybe the best decision I made for PRA all all season. I mean, your energy in that booth, especially when you were with Bumskag Week the first time you were in. I mean, your energy is unmatched compared to anyone else that commentates.
Yeah, first of all, I definitely can't help but to shout out Bum as well, my commentary partner for most of it. But yeah, I mean, PRA is something I'm very enthusiastic about. I've been here for so long, showing the energy week in, week out. I've been here so long to care about it so much, so I'm gonna put that effort in when I'm trying to put on a show.
Yeah, and Bumskag came in a close second between you two guys, but you eventually, or in the end, did take that win. I mean, you've had yourself a pretty good season. You turned the back half of your season around, and I feel like some of that has to do with maybe you joining in the booth. Who knows? But Wired will take credit for that at least. But yeah, like you said, Bumskag, your booth partner. I mean, you two guys are on fire. Cannot wait to see you guys in season 14. Commentate some more. It's going to be amazing. I'd love to get some new commentators, take some chances on some guys, and see how they perform when we throw them to the fire. So congratulations, AYDY, on becoming season's 13 favorite commentator.
Thank you, B-Dog. Thank you, Wired. Thank you, everyone watching. And thank you to all of the other drivers who voted for me, Bumskag, and everyone else who's won awards tonight. So
awesome. Well, we appreciate your time, man. You have a good one.
You too, guys.
All righty. That was AYDY, the favorite commentator, as voted upon by the drivers of Wreckfest. This next award, Wired, how are we feeling about this next award?
So this next award, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is favorite driver.
That would be correct.
This award, this really could have gone many, many different ways. I know we all have our friends in PRA that we like to root for, and this is another guy that I really think is deserving of this.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of the favorite drivers, just some fan favorites that come to my mind. You got Soul Pun, Walleye, Colt Chevy, of course, Oscar. I mean, even Ty Hard is some fan favorites. Just because of the way he lets people know he's there. He roughs them up a little bit. Ty, I'm gonna mess with you to the end of time. But so I mean, them 5 drivers, this award could have gone to any one of them. I mean, fan favorites, people love them, the community loves them, but in the end, Wired, there's only one driver who could win this award.
And it was a very close voting, but this award goes to Mr. Oscar. Oscar's 4th.
Yeah,
award number 2 for him tonight.
Yeah, he's taken home all the awards so far. He's taken 2 out of 5, and we have one more award to give out tonight. But yeah, man, congratulations to Oscar. I mean, he won Mr. Sportsmanship, won the favorite driver award. I mean, this is like I said, this is a guy. People like Oscar are what make PRA go around. We have a lot of people in PRA that are like Oscar, that makes everybody feel welcome. It's a video game. We go here to escape from real life. You want to feel like appreciated. You want to feel loved. You want to have fun, and people like Oscar is what makes people have fun and feel loved and appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Oscar's a guy that I love personally to hang out with, and me and him chat back and forth quite a bit. We're always poking fun at each other, and he just makes my time personally at PRA a lot more fun.
Yeah, most definitely. So we have one more award to give out, and we're going to get this driver on the line if we can.
Yeah, so this award is going to be for the best driver in season 13 PRA. While we wait to see if he joins this call, what do you guys in the chat think? Who do you think this is going to go to?
I mean, anybody could have been the best driver. I mean, we think about Zuris, you think about Frylock. You could say Dees Courage, you could say Colt Chevy. This award was not specific to one series. It was the best overall driver, not the best driver in Gold Series, not the best driver in Silver. It was an overall of all the series. So I mean, when I think of the best overall driver, I mean, we could have broke it down to series. Obviously, the series champions would have been the favorites. Colt Chevy put on a dominant performance this year. Just waxing the Silver Series drivers. If you're a Silver Series driver in here, take that personal, okay? Coming into season 14, take that personal. But the peers, like I said, you couldn't go wrong with this selection. They nominated this person. They eventually selected this person. This person has proved time and time again why he was voted best overall driver. And the person that was voted the best overall driver for season 13 is I Think I Can W. Well, guess what? We have him in the call. What's going on, buddy?
Going on.
Well, I just want to be the first one to say congratulations for being crowned the best overall driver in PRA for season 13.
Well, thank you. I was not expecting this reward, but I very happy for it.
Okay, all right, give me a break. Here comes the humble ass up. The humble guy. He's trying to be humble, everybody. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. Okay, all right. Well, you won freaking a lot of money this season. So I was expecting it. Well, at least my pocketbook was expecting it, I should say. So yeah, you might not been, but my wallet sure did.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, congrats, W. As B-Dog was saying, this award could have gone to anybody, but you proved in this past season in both the series and the championship that you're one of the best of the best when it comes to this game.
Yeah, I had I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. I genuinely, lots of words.
Well, you might have a loss of words, but there is zero loss of driving talent, and we cannot wait to see what happens in season 14 with you, and see what some of the guys in gold and some of the new drivers as well as old drivers in gold have for you coming up. I know drivers like Zuris, maybe Schwartz, Little Zombie. There's a lot of guys. Fry. There's a lot of guys that are aiming for you. You got a big target on your back, especially after winning the PRA championship. So I'm excited for season 14. You've earned this. You have proven that you are the best overall driver time and time again. So congratulations.
Well, thank you very much, B-Dog, and I'm definitely looking forward to season 14. It's going to be an awesome one.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, guys, that was the best overall driver in PRA. I Think I Can W. So I think this brings about the end to this show. Wired, any final words?
No, I just want to thank you, B-Dog. You do a lot for PRA. Being on the board, I see a lot of the behind the scenes things that go on, and you really put your heart and soul into this. So do plenty of other guys, even the drivers. So thank you for putting on the best league in Wreckfest.
It makes me want to find new ways to become better when I see how the drivers react to it and the amount of effort that they want to put in. When they put in the effort, it makes me want to put in even more effort. So it is a team game, and that means the same thing for the officials. It's contagious having people around you that have the same goals that you do. So it's contagious. It takes a team effort, guys. We're going to have a awesome off season with some fun off season events, and we'll be kicking off season 14 before too long. So with everybody here at PRA, we just want to say thank you to the viewers, to the drivers, to the fans, and we will see you in season 14.